Alright guys, so okay, I'm going to Alright guys, so I'm going to start recording here. Welcome to my day trading channel, where I'm going to show you or take you through how I do day trading using options and occasionally some stocks. Um, but mainly options. And the reason why I'm doing options is because it's a little bit it's a lot cheaper to if you have a small account to start building your account. It can be a little bit risky. I've been doing it for about over a year now, and I enjoy it for the fact that with small capital, $1,000, $2,000, $5,000. You could open a cash account on most of the brokers and trade options. So I've been kind of practicing, perfecting my strategy, and I'm going to be using the Thinkorswim on-demand feature, which is live data of the past stock price action. So I'm going to be picking a date. I don't know what date, but I'm going to be. I kind of like to do this just to practice, get myself ready for when I do actually trade, to see what exactly could happen if I do trade some of these options. Alright, so we're going to be looking at, these are the, well, I'm only putting 4 stocks here on my screen, just because the demand feature does take a lot of resources. So I am going to be looking at, and these are some of the stocks. I do have a bigger list of stocks that I trade, but these are the ones that I looked at the most. So the QQQs, those are the main tech index that I trade. And off of that, you have the SQQQ, which is the reverse. So if the QQQs are going up, SQQ is going down. If the QQQs are going down, SQQ is going up. So you can play that one depending on which one you kind of like, or what prices, which one is the cheapest. But for options, I stick with the QQQs. And looking at TQQQ, which is again, this one is the same as the QQQs, is just 3 times leverage. SQQ is 3 times bearish. TQQ is 3 times long or bullish leverage account. And I'm going to be looking at Tesla. So here I have my option chain, and if you guys want me to go over like how I set this up or how you would want to set it up, let me know in the comments below. Before we continue, let's go to YouTube. Okay, so we're gonna go back a couple weeks. And if I go to the on-demand, it's gonna allow me to pick a date. I'll make sure I go to date where the TQQs are post split. So maybe let's look at start February 7th, 129. Click OK, and we're in the 300s here. Alright, let's pause this right here. Alright guys, so welcome to this space on Twitter and the people that are watching on YouTube Live. I'm just going through, it's 6 something in the morning in the East Coast, and I was not tired. I woke up, so I was like, hey, you know what, let me jump on YouTube Live and on Spaces and practice day trading. I mean, this is what I want to make sure that I become really good at. And what better way to do it than to practice with data or live data from past price action on Thinkorswim. So I'm going to just be talking, rambling on here by myself. But if people start joining, we'll definitely enjoy that more. So we'll see. Anyway, so I went ahead and let me reset my account just so that, because it shows I have shares and contracts. I'm just going to reset it. It's set up to 100,000, but I'm not going to be trading that amount. Small amounts. That's all I think it takes if you want to really be good. Small wins. I'm playing kind of like daily expirations, or maybe 2 or 3 days out for the QQQs. So I'm picking here February 7th, the open, and my goal is to trade pretty much from the open to about 11:30. I do sit at my computer the entire day, so I do get to watch the market overall, and I think that's been 11 o'clock has been kind of the best time to say, okay, if I have made profit, which most times I have, that's probably the best time to just say stop trading, because after that I kind of tend to overtrade and kind of sometimes give profit back, which mentally becomes frustrating and a little bit annoying. So I don't want to get to that point where I'm happy where I am if I've made my goal or close to it based on my account size, and calling a day, enjoying the rest of the day. So that's the goal eventually. Alright, so let's take a look. February 7th, I'm going to hit play. We're watching 4 tickers here on Thinkorswim. Let's zoom into Tesla, which would have been 900s. Okay. Here we go. Hit play. I'm going to start with Tesla. Alright, so I'm looking at it, and if you guys want to join me, people from Twitter, you could jump over to check my Twitter feed, and there's a link to my live stream that I'm going through at the moment. Alright. So the market on this particular day, the QQQs were at 358, which obviously currently we are way down from that point. We're in bearish territory. So at this point, the market was really bullish. February 7th. So we'll say this is a Monday. This is Monday, February 7th. So taking a look. Kind of let the market play out for a couple of minutes, at least maybe 5 minutes, before seeing, unless the market really does something crazy before then. I'm just trying to see what the market is trying to say, what are people trying to do, where's the price action, are people buying, are people selling, did we had a overnight sell-off or an overnight rally? And at this point it's pretty quiet. We're pretty much quiet as far as the price action, so I'm going to wait a little bit just to see. Zooming out on the Qs, we have 352, a little bit of a level past maybe 2 days, and 361 as a high from the previous day in pre-market. Okay, so we are having a little bit of a sell-off here on the Qs. If I zoom out to the 1 hour, okay, we see that we're kind of in the consolidation the past few days or weeks, But again, that 350 level will be kind of key. If we think there's downside, that's probably going to be a target. And I have these other lines that I've drawn out here. But obviously this one, 340, 338 would be another key level. And to the upside, we have this 361. You see those kind of points there. We would have to kind of get above that to kind of say, okay, we want to really be bullish. So this is kind of technical analysis that I kind of look at. Looking at the 1 hour, 4 hours also is another nice time frame to look at. And you can see here 371 would be a major resistance if we do get up there, but there's a few levels to go before we get there. And obviously you can see that 361 there being kind of key. Alright, so we're kind of like in the middle of range, and 354, I'm seeing 354 as well. Okay, so we did get a little bit of downside for the first 5 minutes. And now we're getting a little push, a little bounce off of this moving average here. But once we start breaking above, looks like we want to go down. Looking at Tesla. Same thing, 900s. Obviously those are a little bit expensive. 880. So 850 will probably be the one that I would consider getting. And here we are breaking a little bit above the 5 minute open. Option change for June. Why is it saying June? And this should be February. Let's re-trigger this. What? June. Okay. I'm not sure why it was showing. Okay, so now we're making some action. So now we're going above, and now I'm kind of reversing my bias and thinking, okay, maybe there is a push to the upside. Obviously 934 would be the key. Remember we said 360, so let's look at the QQQs. Let's look at the QQQs for that same day expiration, and option 360. What I think it would be, and in order to pick options, you want to kind of go with something that has nice volume. Whole numbers are always good. So we want to look at 365s, maybe that has 3,000. They're pretty cheap. Why are they so cheap? So maybe we want to go to 360. Let's take a look. Yeah, that's pretty cheap. We'll buy one. So that gives us 45 shares pretty much, or the equivalent of 45 shares. We'll see it here in the below. And we let it play out. We see if we do want to break 3, and remember the target would be, well, the break of this will kind of confirm that it is going to continue going up. But 361 would be a nice goal, a nice target. But again, with this, we're just paid $175. If we could get 50% of that, 20-30%, I think that those are all wins. If the market starts reversing, then obviously you still have buying power to kind of adjust yourself or average in or add puts. And the way that I trade, and this is not everybody does this, I do, because my account is a small account. I have like $1,000 account, or $1,300 depending on how, yeah, about $1,000. And because this is just the open and we're so close in the strike prices, I may, if the stock market starts reversing, I may add a put and build off of that put. If it does confirm that it's going downwards, then I'll probably add another put. But keep the call. I mean, at this point, the call is probably going to end up being worthless. Once I do get into profit, and you'll see that we may get into profit either way if we do have both calls and puts. So sometimes the market, especially now, the current like how the market is currently acting, you get sometimes these massive reversals, and then those calls will become back into profit. So yeah, the market keeps on going up. SQQ in that case will start going down, and if we do start seeing profit, like right now we're seeing $18 profit. One thing that we can do also is lock in that gain. Oh, there is a push on Tesla. Well, that's going to be good for the overall market. We kind of stop at 359, and if we break above 360, I think that might open up a little bit. So you see here, obviously, the less time, the more the price moves in your direction, the quicker it moves into your direction, or upwards in this case, the more money you make. And with options that expire like today, or options in general, you want to make sure that you take profit when you do get these really nice moves within these kind of key time frames that I kind of seen, like the 9:30 open onto like about 11 is when you get a lot of action, and that's probably will be the best time to kind of consider taking your profit. All right, so now we're down a little bit. We were up $20, and now we're down, but obviously we're waiting for a bigger move and a bigger push. All right, so here we go. We're back. QQQs are making a push. Tesla's making a push. Really nice. Up 15. If I look at the up 25. All right, and then we're seeing, if we look at the volumes, we're getting some volume here. Okay, now it's moving a little bit. 61. Come on, can we get up to 61 and really open up? 61.24. I'm also one of the things that I'm trying to be is a little bit more patient and letting plays run out and run their course for a bit. It's 9:42 now. One of the tricky things with being that we're still so close to the open, market really hasn't picked the trend. Like if it wants to go bullish, it can reverse at this point. It can hit this resistance and reverse and completely go all the way down. Like, this is a nice move, and I would probably take it at this point if we do get above a little bit, just because we're near 9:45, and I'm not sure if the market it's going to continue going upwards. If it is, we'll probably get back in. There it is, $42. That's very nice. 60. Here we see a little bit of reversal. Active trader. Come on. Can we see a nice even 50? 6,000 divided by 38, 157. Divided by 80. And here we are giving a little bit. Oh, we're approaching 9:45. The market looks like it wants to, but again, this was nice, really nice buying, and we could get a reversal here. And that's one thing you have to worry about when the gears pushing now. Come on, 9:45. Looking good, looking good. Okay, that finished pretty nice. I'm going to buy 40 here shares of the SQQQs. I think I'm gonna buy more. Just kind of to my delta for the Qs is 48, so okay, let's go a little bit more. Let's add 15 here. I have the ability to add 157 based on a $6,000 account size. So there we go. We're making a push now. Again, because time is passing, we're not gaining as the same unless the stock really moves higher quickly. So we're seeing $30 here, and then we're losing here $2, so that's fine. Come on. Looks like we're really struggling here at 360, and there we go. Come on. I'm going to speed this up a little bit here. So at this point, we're kind of locking in that $16-30 kind of $20 to like $30 profit in a sense with the SQQs. There you go. So you see now we are gaining here $20 on the opposite, and we're losing 11 or 9. We may want to add a 355. This is a 360, so we may want to add because these are still above VWAP, so 358 would probably be. Oh, there we go. We're coming right back. Interesting. Nice, interesting dip here. Okay, so now we're making $60 and gaining, losing 14. So, I mean, that's not a bad trade-off. This is what we wanted to see, right, from the very beginning. So this is where you want to say, okay, are you okay with this? And I would be, okay gaining $60 and losing 15. But also another way to look at it is that now that depends on where we close here. So we got a couple of minutes. Get the closing order ready. Nice push. Again, remember 361. 65, we're up 65. So basically 50, right? $50. If we subtract the $16, that's not bad. So the market looks like it wants to. Now we're heading into the 10 a.m. And it feels like it does want to go higher. So we want to see. Here we go. We're giving back some. We could add more calls, but because we have a cash account, sometimes that could get tricky. So we want to let it play out. If this 360 call, if the market really wants to go high again, if it goes to 361, it has chances to go up to 365. So one contract could really outweigh your shorting position and really make you a nice amount of money. So there we go. We're at 10 a.m. and we're looks like we kind of be flagging here again. Now we have these peaks here as kind of support, and we'll see if we get bounces off of them. But I mean, sometimes that initial push is good enough, unless you want to wait on. You got a price target in mind, and you think it might get higher. Here we go. We're again going back down to VWAP, and we're going a little bit below it, and in a couple minutes the 5-minute candle is going to finish. What we don't want to close below 359.29, so we don't want to do that. Closing below this would really be bad for our case. Even closing below here, so we closed at VWAP, not looking as good as before, but let's see. Let's give it a chance. We're dip here on the SQQ, so I'm gonna add a put here. I should have taken profits earlier, but we'll see. So now we're adding more downward pressure on our position, right? We have the SQQQs. They do want to go high. We will welcome that. That's fine. It's 10:11, and there we go. We got a downward push. So overall, I think not doing as great, but we'll see. Here we go. Here we go. We're getting a push. So we are about to close above all of these 5-minute candles, which is not going to be good. So that's why I decided to add a put. Once I saw we were stalling, this could mean that we were flagging and kind of going higher, but I'm seeing a lot of like lower candles here. So it is what it is. Now my target would probably be, okay, let's see if we can start building down below 58.25 to get down to like 33.57, and then here on the SQQQs, if we can get to 38.46, that would be nice. So this is where I say sometimes you want to add. So we're invested a little bit higher. It's about $300 here, and obviously this is 70 shares. Now we just closed below VWAP. It's not looking good for the overall market. This is where I say sometimes you think you're doing great because you open high, but then it's 10 a.m. To be honest, this hasn't really determined a trend. Initially, it was looking like it was bullish, and now we turn around and we are bearish. So you have to be willing to adapt. Be patient in a sense, but because these are small accounts, it's hard to say let me just close out, which ideally you should be doing that, but I've gotten into the mindset of I would add a put and kind of see if we can get to one of the targets. If we get below here, then it really kind of puts us back to making a nice decent amount, and if we could get 357.05, that would be great. But we'll see. Here we go. So our put now is making money, which is offsetting our call, but then our shares here are going up. So it's all about limiting your risk with the buying power that you have. and making an adjustment on the fly. If the market starts determines that it's going to reverse, then you have to kind of like readjust. And that's why I kind of like looking at these tickers, like trading options, along with some of the stocks, a little bit of stocks. Stocks do take a lot more buying power, but they are more stable as far as the value that you're getting back, right? So if the stock jumps up $1 and you're making $1 per share, as opposed with the options, sometimes that kind of fluctuate based on time, right? So those are things to consider. Here we're going back to VWAP, but now my thesis on the overall, unless we get some confirmation that states elsewise, I'm thinking we'll be going back down. So here we have like these, and we could be buying more here. We'll let it play out a little bit, just because we don't want to. And then also the way that the stock work or option work is once the over, I'm not like the math. It's interesting, but it's complicated. Once the stock starts building downwards, your put is going to be gaining more premium. So I guess it's just based on how the overall market makers are saying, okay, well, wait now. So the stocks look like they're following the trend the same way. But right now we're kind of chopping here a little bit. So now we're trying to peak above the UOP, and are we gonna make a total recovery? Looks like we are. So let's monitor. Let's see. We got 2 minutes. I feel like, I don't know, maybe I should add here. Oh, we'll let it play out. Let it play out. Let this 5-minute candle do what it needs to do. Because right now we're confused, right? We want it to start building downwards, and it looks like it just put in these two ranges here for the day, right at the top. That's another thing that you could look at, a knife, and see if one of these peaks get taken out, the lows or the highs. There we go, going back down. All right, so yeah, we closed, and now we're undecided at this point. And now we're pushing higher, so this is where you have to have fortitude, patience, and strength. because now it's reversing, and now we're above VWAP, looking like we might make a recovery. And we'll go higher here. So we're going cheaper but higher, waiting to see if we do get a push. So we just spent another $75. If we do get a nice push to the upside, we are still 45, 48 shares, which will continue to grow, and it could outweigh the 70 shares that we are SQQs. So we'll let this play out. It's 10:40, so 1-minute candle is going to be closing soon here. Minus here a little bit. Maybe let's adjust this here. Looking at Tesla, well, Tesla did a reverse here. So actually, I wasn't looking at the overall market. What is Apple kind of doing? Yeah, so I think I'm going to, based on the overall market, I'm going to add $357, $100. Okay, so that was a little bit, I jumped the gun here on this 362 call, but I'm glad that I took the 362 and not 360, because that would be a lot more premium, and as we go opposite, we're destroying that premium, right? So $75, I'm fine losing that, knowing that I can gain it when we do head downwards. And we're down here $47, but again, with options, you have to make sure you're willing to lose something in order to make something. So we'll see. Our goal is that we get below 358, which we are pretty close to doing, and that we can get back. We could get down to like 357, and I think that would make up for these losses, and we make some money even at the end of the day. So the plan, sometimes plans do not go accordingly, and ideally the best thing would have been to take my profit here on the $175, because now I'm killing my capital kind of. We'll see, because now we have this. Now we are looking that we're forming a little bit more of a trend. We have this, or below VWAP, so you can see it both ways, but for now we're going to, based on like how Tesla is looking, this one really kind of is determining a downtrend. Apple is kind of similar to the Qs. So we'll see. We'll see what we get. We're heading into the 11 a.m. marker. It's alright, 10:50 first, but obviously heading into 11 a.m. and this is the time where we either have to make a push to the downside, there's going to be some volatility, meaning prices are going to speed up, move. People are going to volume is going to start picking in. So but at this point, it's not fully 100% determined what we're going to do. Looks like this could be either way. You know what I'm saying? So you got to be mindful of that. If we look at the 15 minutes, let's see the volume. So there was a lot of buying originally, so that's out. Like obviously it's been more buying than selling. So, but that could all change. Past hours been or wait, yeah, past kind of like hours been more selling. So it's a little confused with the time, but it should be fine. Let's let it play out. This is, again, this is not financial advice, and the time that we're watching here is a little bit sped up, but I want to make it as kind of real as we can. And obviously, I only wanted to trade kind of the open until like 10, 11, 11:30, and then we'll move on to the next day. But these options expired this particular day, so we want to see what the market wants to do, and whether or not we can come out with some profit. So again, we're looking. There's some wicks here. We're closing below, and we just want to see this break. We just want to see this break and continuation downwards. Apple's looking like it's breaking low day, so we just want to see it. Come on, come on. Okay, so we're still down $80, and here we're trying to make a push. Our 360 call is the strongest one. That is the one that it's kind of closest to the money. I'm gonna buy 50 more shares here of the SQQQs. It looked like we wanted to make a little push there, but no, that reversed quick. And you have to be patient, man. You have to be patient. So here, sometimes we get that kind of fake when we're thinking that we're gonna have a breakdown. Then we get this quick, massive quick reversal. Not massive, but it's more than you were expecting. And then it just re-reverses back. So I don't know if I've seen this happen so many times. So this is why one of the best advices when you're starting off watch the market. If you really are going to be day trading, you need to really start watching the market and see how it kind of reacts. I'm not sure the psychology behind that, but you see these same patterns kind of occurring where you're saying, okay, we're getting this break, and then you get this massive when a candle closes at 5 minutes, you get this massive like push upwards, and we're like, oh no, it's not gonna do what I thought. And then if you just wait it out a little bit, it kind of goes back down. Even sometimes like the way that I would probably kind of play this is like, okay, so if I see it kind of jump above these like 359 here, it would feel to me that the trend has broken and it's not no more downwards and more upwards. But sometimes you do get this massive push here, and it looks like it's a full green candle, and then all of a sudden, bam, it comes right back down. So that's kind of what we saw here on this push, and now we're getting this push downwards that we wanted. So it's like the last fight, and now we're going down. Now we're only down $9. So this is good. This is really good. Let's take a look at here the Qs. We're breaking above this, and now I think we are going to get a little push here, and then probably continuation downward. So we'll hold off. See if our patience and our composure pays off. We could take some profit here, though. We could take some profit, but kind of wait a little bit. 38.50. See, kind of halfway. 38.52. Buy here. See if we get here. That's 30. We'll leave it at that. Oh wait. It's selling. Take back. Sorry. We'll sell. We'll cut it here. We'll sell 30 there. Come on, let's go. Let's get this continuation downwards. 30 will kind of be half, so it will take like $25 profit. Let's go. Come on, let's get that push. 11:30. Let's get that final push. But I mean, there it is. So we took some profit there. Really nice big push. We were down $100, now we're only down 18, so it hasn't been as clean as we wanted, but I think now you see all these now nice red candles here. Now we're waiting for more continuation, see if we could really open up, but again, 37 on the pre-market. 37. I think we could probably get to 30 under 357. So and that would be the goal. There we go. Come on. Now we're up. Oh, slightly there. Slightly there. Let's look at the level 2s. I don't think this is gonna work right there. Time and sales. Is that gonna work? Let's see. I want to see red, red, red. There we go. There we go. There we go. Come on, give me profit. There we go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Under 357. 21. We're up $21. Oh man. Oh, seemed like all was lost. And now are we going to get further continuation? Close this 5-minute candle. Come on, come on, come on, come on. We got all this. We got so this far. Come on, take us home. Take us home. Take us home. Come on. Come on. Come on. Let's go. Take us home. I do gotta get better at averaging in and adding when I see this confirmation like here. I do gotta get better at that, but I really want to make sure that we do break down, if we are going to break down here. And maybe I need to take this profit. Maybe that's what I need to do. Come on, come on, let's go, let's go. Come on, yes, yes, yes. Okay, 11:30. This is kind of the moment, last straw moment of truth. I mean, you do have sometimes pushes or movement up to 12:30. So this is kind of like I would think this is kind of like the beginning of the trend. So that's why I want to give it a chance here. Come on, can we break 357 and gravitate towards 355? That would be nice. The other thing that you could do now is like, okay, so maybe things didn't work out for today. You could layer in something for tomorrow, right? So you could say, okay, we think it still have pressure for not tomorrow. There we go, there we go, there we go, there we go. Well, the next expiration day would be Wednesday, so you could say, okay, maybe by Wednesday we could get to 355, so we could look at 355 puts for Wednesday. Now we're up for the 9th. Let's see what the 355 is looking like. Okay, come on, come on, come on. 296. It'll probably be because you have a day in between, so you'll probably want to look at the 50 and see if we can start making money that way, and kind of then just breathing a little bit, or saying, okay, let me lock in this profit, and we might get a bounce, and 358 would be something that between today and Wednesday we can start breaking above and go back to 358 or 360. You know, like 360 would probably be that's not bad. Like we could kind of lock in profit here and buy this 360 for a couple days, and now just let the stock play out. Just let it go. If it wants to drop 350, good. If it wants to rip, then fine. You'll come back at the end of the day, close out the ones for today, and kind of either layer in something for tomorrow. And then overnight, sometimes you get these nice moves one way or the other, and you could come back tomorrow and make 50, 100, who knows. We'll see. But I like this 357. If we could get into that 360, which we did here, there we go, and that's the push that we wanted. That's what we wanted to see. So now we're gonna close this one out. That's a really nice push. Okay, close. Get me out. Sell market. Okay, $123. There we go. Let's go. So we need to wait. Get me out. So we're minus here. How many shares we have? 25. Yep, sell market there. And we just got 10 shares. That's fine. We could play with this. So we only have one put. And that's why I was saying like that 357 would have been nice. Wow. Really more than I thought. Something must have happened here in the market. 1140. So 357, we're way below that. And it looks like we're probably going to get more. Yeah, 355 will probably be, but you see now we're killing ourselves. So whatever we get here, we should be fine. And we're gonna close the calls, because the calls, I mean, if we keep on going downwards, then we start losing this $28 here and $8 here. We don't want that, right? So here we go. We're getting more. Let's go. Let's close this out. Yep, 355. Oh wow. From being down 100 now to being up 145. So that's a $245 spread. We'll close this, and this one will close as well. Come on, not limit. Come on. $143. $143. Not bad. So we had to wait a little bit more. So let's recap this. So this took a little longer than I really wanted. Remember that initial push here that we had on the 5 minutes? That initial push that we had here made us $50. I think that I would have been really happy with that. It kind of looked like we lost on the day. We were losing because we were chopping a little bit. But once we kind of closed a little bit below VWAP, I thought here we were going to get that push down, but we didn't. Here I thought we were going to rip. So the market is always like it's just weird. So you have to kind of like have some type of patience, conviction, but also be willing to adjust. And today took a little longer. 11:30, I think that's when it actually broke down or really broke out to the downside. Most times that it happens kind of a little bit before, by 10:30, and it kind of goes that trend until about 11:30. and sometimes you get a reversal right back to like here, or maybe even close to VWAP. So it is what it is. I mean, if we would have gone in with a little bit more size here, then maybe we could have made the same amount here, but it's a little tricky at this early at the point. I think this is fine. 11:40, 11:30, even up to 12:30. It's fine to say, okay, this is kind of my goal, 143 based on my account size. My goal is probably 500 ish with a bigger account size. So, but I hope this is helpful for you guys. How I kind of look at things. Obviously, everybody has their different methods. Maybe some people say, you know what, this was too choppy. I'm not going to play unless we break out. And you could have done that same thing. So unless we would have broken out, like I said, those two peaks right here, that kind of established the peaks and the high and the low and you could have said, I'm not going to trade until I see a break of this trend, if it's to the upside, right? So everything in between is kind of choppy. You could play though, but with options it's tricky. Just like we saw, we were down quite a bit, and at one point we were thinking we were going up, so I added a 362, which obviously now it's useless. It went down to, it was $75, right? So it went down to 8. Unless we get a massive reversal, which could happen, but sometimes, most likely that's not the case. So we'll get this money back. We have our money back too, so that we could trade the next day. Yeah, so that's how it is. You kind of see 945. You kind of see if there's a small trend. My original, or the way that I kind of want to play it is, this kind of used up a lot of my capital, so I wanted to be able to like have one trade that goes my way. But if it doesn't, this is what you kind of have to do. You will have to like add, adjust, because we thought it was going to be bullish and it turned out to be bearish. For now, it doesn't mean it can't reverse. Doesn't mean overall for this particular day the overall trend is still a little bit more bullish, right? Actually, maybe not. Remember, the highs were 400, so bullish would be above 382, I think. Really, or yeah, kind of bullish. Right now, we're kind of in this chop zone where we're a little bit bullish based on the past 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days, 6 days. So we're, if you want to hold this 352, 351 area, but we want to break above, and that's going to be hard to do, kind of go above that. So like there's all of these levels here that we want to keep above. But for the past few days, we've been a little bit bullish, right? So those are all overall trends. This is hard to say, like, oh, what is going to happen today. Like, we had a massive, like a red day, and then we have like an inside day, right? So that like this is in between, and now we're having this red day. So it's really weird, like what's going on here. And it's mostly because of the Russia. I think there's like all of these things in Russia going on, so that's why we haven't like, oh, green, red, no, red, green, blah blah blah. So it's undecided. My thing is I just want to trade every single day. Obviously, yeah, every single day. Like this is still a little bit bullish, but not as bullish actually. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to categorize this as. I think this is more bearish. The trend like is broken, it's choppy, it's just in between these ranges, but it's not like this would have been bullish here if we would have been only seeing up to this point. I don't even know how to do that like this, right? Right, this is bullish here. I mean, it's still bullish, but bullish would have been up to like November. And now we enter this consolidation, and then kind of we broke down. So if we would have stopped here and kept on going higher, then it looks bullish. But now it looks like we're building downwards. So, but I hope that was insightful. I know nobody joined. I was talking by myself. But I'm going to be doing these spaces and kind of just showcasing this. If we go to the next day and the next day, like these are all. This is how, if you want to day trade, this is kind of like a lot of people use this strategy where they only trade the open, a couple of minutes of the open. If you have more size, then you can make the more money, obviously. And the Qs and Tesla and AMD, Apple, some of these big tech names, they have a lot of volume for all of these days, especially the Qs and the SPY. So that's why I'm kind of focusing on this, and also because they expire on Mondays, Wednesday, and Friday. They're cheap, and if you do know what you're doing, and if you do know how to pick a trend, you could really make a nice amount of money. So I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I'll talk to you guys in another time.